an event when we don't speak to some of the people that matter in occasions. I have with me Mr. Yaw Adu Gyamfi, who is the president of the Ghana Hubs Network, or better so, the chairperson. Good to have you on Baobab Entrepreneur.
It's good that you said chairperson. You know, we recently launched the gender toolkits, and so for us, some of these terminologies sort of help us. We are careful with that. We're careful with that. So chairperson, yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. You being a big player in Ghana Digital and Innovation 2025, what stands out for you?
I think what stands out, not just for me, but for also the members of the Ghana Hubs Network, is the opportunity to contribute to digital transformation. And I think that that is a big one for all of the hubs that are involved. You know, when this whole thing, how we got here was through the regional programs. And then the regional programs, all of them were handled by or hosted by hubs across the country. So it tells you that hubs are increasingly involved, and of course they have their fingers and hands all over within the digital transformation agenda, and they are not just doing it at the national level, but they are doing it at the regional level, which is very important. And so just to add to that is there also the opportunity for decentralization of this whole Ghana Digital and Innovation Week. Since 2023, a lot of efforts have gone into ensuring that we take the program increasingly to the regions and ensure that we are able to showcase the opportunities and challenges in the regions and how we can leverage digital and innovation, and as well as emerging tech these days, to be able to ensure that we address the challenges, of course, and also highlight the opportunities that especially young people can take advantage of. But most importantly, also highlight the work that we are doing to ensure that a lot more young girls and women are included in the process of digital transformation.
And speaking about digital transformation, a lot of hubs under your guidance are so much particular about new innovations to tackle everyday challenges. However, do you feel or you think government policies are not helping in terms of driving this agenda?
Well, I think for us as a player in the digital and innovation ecosystem, I wouldn't lay blame on one entity because we are increasingly involved with government since 2017 in trying to address the systematic challenges in terms of access to infrastructure, access to infrastructure, not just the physical, but also the soft infrastructure as well. We are also involved with policy engagements since 2019. We've been working on, we started the process of the Ghana Innovation and Startup Bill by going around the country through the 25 days of WOW, trying to highlight and also highlight the work of hubs across the country, but most importantly, also highlight the potential that entrepreneurs, startups, and innovators can bring to the digital transformation agenda. But they need a framework to be able to, where there's clarity on the support that each of the players, be they in the private sector, the government, and also academia, can provide within the triple helix approach, ensuring that we create that enabling environment for hubs to thrive, but more importantly for startups and innovators to also thrive, because they have that enabling environment to do that. And fortunately, we are almost at the end of the engagement on the Ghana Innovation and Startup Bill. Now we just completed the validation exercise, working with other partners, such as the Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs, the Ministry of Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations, other players in the industry as well, trying to validate the points that we sort of collated across the country. And it's taken a long time. I mean, it's taken over 4 years. But in Ghana, we place premium on stakeholder engagement, on ensuring that everybody's heard. Otherwise, you see other countries have passed their bills, but later they end up struggling in the implementation. What we have done differently is to ensure that we engage extensively and also validate the points that we've gotten. So we've done that. We'll move to the Attorney General through the Ministry of Communications, and later it goes to Cabinet, and then ultimately to Parliament, which will have the lot of work to do around passing the bill and making it an act. That when that happens, there are incentive packages for startups that are certified to be on this to be included in the benefit scheme. There are also incentives regime for the organizations and hubs that also train the startups or prepare the startups for investment readiness. Then there's also startup passports and a whole lot of other incentives that would ensure that startups, innovators, entrepreneurs, researchers, all of these entities within the innovation and digital ecosystem, as well as the startup ecosystem, have the needed support to be able to ensure that startups are supported, and also the environment is also made more appealing, for startups and their agents to be able to create the value. Mind you, the important thing that we are trying to do is also that we have young people that are creating startups. The startups scale quickly, unlike MSMEs. They employ people and create value across the country, and that's what we are trying to do, so that the issue of jobs, which is a big issue for government and also for every player in the ecosystem, is addressed. And of course, we can't do it in a very short time, but we want to create that enabling environment so that young people with their startups can be able to create a lot more jobs.
Beautifully said. Now let's look at emerging technologies. Some group of people are beginning to feel that emerging technologies are becoming a threat to human survival, especially with AI. The popular one, AI is coming to take away our jobs. As an innovator yourself, what do you make of this? Does it, in 20 years, 10 years to come, will AI take away our jobs, or we would still have our jobs to do in a much easier way?
Let me be frank, AI will take some jobs, especially those ones that are routine work, those ones that does not sort of require creativity, a lot of communication, human communication, and also those ones that are sort of require precision. Because that's what machines do well, precision, making sure that if you are making calculations, that they're precise in doing that. We also eliminate errors as possible, because human beings, sometimes we are prone to errors. But what is exciting is that AI will also create thousands and millions of jobs. Because
in what way? In what way?
A lot of ways. Even the work that you are doing, you in researching, to be able to get concrete facts about what you are doing and how to engage better. Even in learning within your sector, to be able to do that. But more importantly, it's also about creating new jobs. So, for instance, I was having a discussion earlier about also making AI localized. And how do you do that? Others have started doing that. The Responsible AI Lab, for instance, is doing a lot of learning for AI locally. The Hopping Academy in the north is just creating the Northern AI Lab. And what they intend to do is to have the AI localized. So the AI will learn how things are done in the north, so that when you get responses to some of the queries that are given to it, they become localized. Because as you know, the ChatGPT, for instance, is more of an European or West focused. So some of the responses that you get when you query it, if you're not careful and you don't review properly, it might not be able to localize your responses for you. Especially if you are talking about specific issues. If you want specific issues in the middle belt of Ghana, or the northern belt of Ghana, or the southern belt, you will need to feed the AI with a lot of information to localize it.
I'm getting the concept of let's patronize made in Ghana in what you're saying.
Yes.
So we are basically looking at using AI to address our own challenges here. Interesting.
And making the AI also learn some of the challenges that we have, so that together we can work on localizing the solutions that the AI is able to produce for us. But more importantly, we have certain comparative and competitive advantages. And when you move across Ghana in all the regions, there are competitive and comparative advantages. We need, by localizing AI, we are also we are also ensuring that, for instance, shea butter production in the north, AI can help in documenting the standards, creating new job opportunities in terms of design, in terms of also creating new standards based on the traditional standards that are created, but coming out with new standards and making young people excited about sale of the shea butter, standardization of it, the branding, the design, and also building a whole new industry around it. Same for other sectors. If you come to the Middle Belt, cocoa, for instance, is creating new jobs around. AI is creating new jobs around those who know how to use the AI to help diagnose diseases quickly, by taking photos, uploading to databases, giving you sort of the solution to some of the diseases, because the AI has been made to learn about the cocoa industry and the cocoa diseases and the solution and all of those things. So that's what we need to do to practicalize sort of the solutions that are given us. So it doesn't give us generic solutions, but it's able to give us solutions that are local and are also helping. So if you are using AI to improve standards in shea butter production and enhance the production, as well as also address the seasonal issues of the trees, because I know there's a lot of research that has been done in the north, for instance, in UDS, around how to reduce the number of years it takes for shea butter trees to mature, right? AI can help improve that in terms of the quest to reduce the number of years it takes for maturity. And also, more importantly, the security around it, because some people cut it for firewood and things like that. So improving security, improving tree health, and addressing some of the diseases that are associated with the shea trees. And when you do that, what you are trying to do is that you are enhancing production. You are ensuring that more shea nuts are produced, more shea butter is produced, and of course quality shea butter. And then also you can have the AI address the issue of free fatty acids in the shea butter production, which reduces the quality. So once that one is done, what you're doing is that you're sending more quality shea butter out in the market, out to Europe, and more importantly, leveraging the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, so that when quality shea butter gets to Kenya, they pay premium prices for it. And of course, our women in the north and elsewhere are able to also earn high income from the jobs that they do. But knowing very well that when they go back to fetch the nuts will still be there. The nuts will still be there and in a healthy condition, so that they can produce more shea butter.
Interesting conversation it has been. But before we let go of you, how would you describe Ghana Digital Innovation Week 2025 in 3 words? What words would you use to describe it?
I think for the exhibitions this year, you'll see that the exhibitions are very local. Yeah, you see that the exhibitions are addressing local challenges. And I would say that the second issue for me has been the involvement of those who are attending. They're asking a lot of questions. They're engaging. They want to find out how they can leverage some of the solutions that are available around here. And the third one has been sort of the decentralized, the quest to decentralize the Ghana Digital and Innovation Week further, because we realize that to get to the national level, which is the Ghana Digital and Innovation Week, you need to pass on a road, and the road is regional. So now we have 6 regions out of the 16 regions that are doing that, but more importantly, we want to be able to get to the 16 regions and ensure that every region's potential is highlighted. And also these regions can also explore the leveraging of emerging technologies such as AI, as we talked about earlier, in addressing some of the challenges that they have, but more importantly also highlighting more opportunities that young people, women, boys, girls, men can also take advantage of.
Yes, it has been an electrifying conversation with Mr. Yaw Adu Gyamfi, chairperson of the Ghana Hubs Network. You enjoy the rest of the program.